like side-scrolling beat-em-ups? Do you like the Fantastic Four? If you said no to both of those things, you are not going to like this at all. Okay, how about fighting off-screen enemies? Or not being sure what your character is doing? Or just being confused as to why your character is here in the first place? Well, if you're still not sold, I may not be able to help you because Fantastic Four is a quirky little pickle, but I do admire it for trying. Come friends, as we explore one of the more obscure games in the Fantastic Four's catalog. In fairness, the Fantastic Four is a tricky franchise to adapt. The Four are kind of like Wonder Woman in that everyone knows who they are, but almost no one would name them as their favorite comic book property. Recognition without real familiarity. That's the nebulous world the Fantastic Four inhabit. So, how do you enhance their profile? Enter Fantastic Four from 1997. The story, what little there is told through a series of poster boards that appear between each major level. The game is also bookended by brief and hilarious cutscenes at its start and conclusion. Oh, and we cannot forget the 2 instances of in-game cutscenes, which are voiceovers.
Take over the universe!
That's it! I've had enough of this guy!
And they are just magical, aren't they? Well, if you're still with us and have not yet lapped yourself into a coma, the story is basically that the Fantastic Four and She-Hulk are having the worst possible day, being attacked by all manner of villains because of the devious Dr. Doom. That would be a spoiler if not for the fact that it's spoiled in the game over screen. To the game's credit, it is bursting with character. Mr. Fantastic feels stretchy, the Invisible Woman goes invisible, and the Human Torch hovers around the battlefield. The quirkiness of it all can be charming at times, and I get the campy comic style that it's going for. Gameplay is almost entirely side-scrolling beat-em-up madness, a la Streets of Rage, but it seems to be going for more of a 3D feel, both with the art style and the way you move, so think 2.5D. Alright, first off, we have to discuss the weirdness here. I mean, just look at this. This is somehow not a parody. Where is this little racing game fitting in? And why is it happening during cutscenes? The first time I saw this, I thought I was playing the wrong game. Even the UI is just so zany. The whole game has this pulpy feel that veers into psychedelic territory. Oh, and let's not forget the versus stages where you fight a seemingly random assortment of Marvel characters the Fantastic Four have occasionally crossed paths with, like the Hulk and Iceman. Unlike the rest of the game, there are these little one-on-one duels, but why? Why is this here? What am I playing? And why am I crazy enough to keep playing it? There's also this odd fixation on throwing things. You throw enemies or objects at bosses using the shoulder buttons, and this does not work well at all, but the game keeps insisting that you do it. Allow me to introduce you to the latest star of my waking nightmares, the tentacled face monster. This is the boss of the subatomic level, and his very presence makes me want to cry deeply. He stuns you, while waves of enemies rush at you, enemies that must be used as projectiles. Only your AI teammates don't know that, so they are actively getting in your way during this fight. It's great fun. Oh, and there are also no checkpoints, so you'd better complete the whole game in one sitting, and this definitely will hurt replayability. But let's pump the brakes. Fantastic Four is innovative. It is the only PS1 era side-scroller that gives you a full team of AI buddies to play with, a feat quite impressive for the time. You do, however, need to go into the options menu and turn on drones, but the ability to do this was a game changer. It also spotlighted a Marvel team that could use some extra love, so props for that. It also had a good bit of spectacle. On the scroll stage, buildings are falling all around you, and in the final sequence, you fight your way into Dr. Doom's castle. The game is 2.5D as well, so I think it saw itself less as a side-scrolling beat-em-up and more like an early draft of Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Okay, I'll be honest. When you're bashing enemies with superpowers and things are flying around everywhere, it can be a lot of fun. The sheer chaotic spectacle of it all is impressive. The whole game can be cleared in about a weekend, so if you like vintage beat-em-ups with no frills, give Fantastic Four 1997 a try. Now, Halloween is only 2 months away, so where's that Dr. Doom mask I had lying around?